Good morning, students. As we have done the unit principles of management, in which we just come to know that there are two prominent scholars, Henry Fayol and F.W. Taylor. These two scholars has given their own opinion, and we have just differentiated them, their personalities yesterday as well. That one is just completely based on the universal truth. The another is based on the scientific logics and experimentation. So today we will learn whatever the management principle we have done, whether it is given by Henry Fayol, those 14 general principles, or whether I talk about the scientific principles that is given by F.W. Taylor. Today, after learning these principles, we will learn that what are the features or the nature of these principles. So what is the features and nature of these principles? These are number one, first feature of the principles of management. Which principle? The principles that is given by Henry Fayol. The general principles. The features of those general principles are: one is universal applicability. It is one of the features, the base of those principles that are given by the Henry Fayol are just based on the universal truths. So no doubt the things which are based on universal truth, it will be applicable universally. So universality refers to that truth which is applicable in all spheres, whether it is any business, non-business. The principles of management are also universal in nature. All the business, whether it's the industrial units or whether the non-business organization like the educational institutes, government offices, playgrounds, agriculture, farms, army, clubs, and other social organization, in order to achieve their objective, have to apply more or less principle. Yes, it depends that the principle will be applied less or principle will be applied more. It's depend, but that is for sure that it is applicable universally. General guidelines, whatever the principles that are given by the Henry Fayol, are not the definite like the principles of physics and chemistry. The principle of physics and chemistry are very clear and definite, and their outcome can be predicted. The principle of management, on the other hand, and it is of the nature of general guidelines which cannot be applied strictly, formed by practice and experimentation. No doubt, whatever the principles are given as a general principles that are completely formed on the basis of practice as well as experimentation. Because when we see our historical experience, on the basis of those historical experiences, on the basis of those problems, whatever the result we will get, whatever the professional people faced, and what the result or the outcome comes to them, on the basis of that experience, that practice, they just recognize the solution and they just develop their principles. So in a way we can say the principle of the management are the results of various problems faced by the professional people. First of all the problems appeared, and though careful research work, solutions are found. Thus, we recognize the solution for with the help of practice and experience as a principle of management. Flexibility. Yes, these principles of management as they exist today are not like that is in the final truth in the future also, because the business is affected by so many external dimensions. Nowadays, you can see a live example is there. Nowadays, what is going on? Just because of COVID-19, the situations are completely changed. And whatever the principles are to be taken, whatever the policies are to be framed, whatever the plannings are to be done, that is considered to be changed immediately, because it is the high demand of the and high need of this time. They have to be flexible. Those who adapt the change, they'll survive. Those who will not adapt the change, they will not survive. Very similar to that, those principles also should be inflexible in nature, because time is uncertain and change is law of nature. You can't predict, you can't say that every time the time remains same, it remains stable. No, the changes take place because the business is not only affected by the internal environment, it's also affected by the external environment as well. There are so many dimensions which affect the business externally. So we have to, and change is law of nature. Time is unpredictable completely, as there will be change take place in the time, as a change take place in the taste, demand, cultures, rituals, as business has to change itself. So principles, whatever used in the business, that should be as flexible, means it is not to be rigid, it should be altered as per the demand of the time, mainly behavioral. The principles of management are directly concerned with human behavior. They ensure the better relationship among the manpower working at organizational level, and they also establish a relation between human and material source, accomplishing the organizational purpose. Means they depend on these. This is whatever the principles we are considering. It is completely depend on the human behavior. So whatever the principle you want to establish in your organization, it depends on which kind of relationship you have with your labor as well as your resources. The relationship between the cause and effect. Whatever the principle of the management are established, they also have a cause and effect relationship. They specify that what the ultimately outcome will be if in a particular situation work is done in a particular manner. So it just gives us what will happen. Means if the unity of command will be followed, what will be the positive effect? If it will not be followed, what will be the violating effect? For the every principle, they just establish the cause, and it should be for the sake of this. If it is not to be done, what will you get? What will be the final consequence? It is clearly defined by the principle. Contingent. Contingent means that is uncertain in future. Principles are not fixed and permanent. It is not like that you have maintained a principle and it is to be applicable. Whatever the decision is to be taken in the different circumstances, in the various situations, they have to take the different kind of decisions. So it is to be taken accordingly. These are flexible in nature and contingent. Contingent means depend on the future. As the change take place in the future, the change take place in the principles as well. Now, significance of the principle means what is the importance? Whatever we get from the principle, that is the only importance of the principles. What we get after applying these principles in the business, it just provides a complete insight, provide the direction, it provide a base or a platform to all the managers to maintain or frame the policies, to achieve the objectives, to settle the objectives, all those tasks that is done by the administration level or top level and middle level management. All these principles just help them and provide a useful insight to take their decision and in framing their policies. So the principle of management make the manager aware about the manner in which they should act in various situations, so that it does not repeat the mistake in the previous managers. In this way, timely guidance reduce the wastage of the resources and objective can be achieved in the less expensive manner. Next, optimum. Optimum means the best utilization without any wastage. The optimum utilization. The optimum utilization of the resources and effective administration. In every organization, physical means material, machine, money, and human means manpower. resources are to be used. So what is used in every business? The four things are there: material, machines, money, and manpower. These four things are to be used in every business. So the function of the management is nothing to put them in the optimum use to avoid the wastage of the resources. And if it is possible, only when a manager makes a use of the principle. And the primary need of every organization is that its administrative system should be effective. This is made possible with the help of the principle of management. Next is the scientific decisions. A scientific decision means a balanced decision. The principle of management provides the necessary training to the manager so that they can take a scientific balanced decision. Meeting changing environment requirement. In the modern time, we know that the business unit can remain alive and develop, which can keep pace with rapidly changing environment in every field of business activity, whether it is a production, whether it is a marketing, any kind of domain is there, any kind of department is there, any kind of sphere of any business. New techniques are emerging every day, and a manager who can understand the changing situation well in time can alone face the competition successfully. And the principle of management enable the managers to face this challenge. Fulfilling the social responsibility. Yes, the principle of the management increase the efficiency of the manager and enable them to fulfill the social responsibility. The more effective managers can make make good quality product at the reasonable price available all the time. So management is these principles are also fulfill the social responsibility as well. Management training, education, and research. Management, the advantage of the principle of management encourage the research to bring in more improvement in them. The attitude of the manager has mounted itself in such a fashion that they are doing consciously and unconsciously something new. The principle of management are actually providing the education and training to the manager by enriching their theoretical and practical knowledge. So it is all about the features and significance of scientific journal principles of management. Now we have done the scientific management principles also. These are refers to the management which thinks that by scientifically analyzing work, it would be possible to find one best way to do it. What are the features of the scientific management? It is based on the systematic approach and it brings complete mental change. Systematic approach means all the scientific methods, everything is to be decided, everything is to be based and framed on the basis of scientific things. So scientific management is a completely a systematic approach and it brings a complete mental change because scientific management just maintain the principles and obligations for the employee as well as employees. Means honor of the organization as well as the employees of the organization. Both the parties start aiming for the more and better production target rather than merely chasing higher profits. Discard traditional management. The approach of the scientific management completely discards the traditional management. It calls the discarding of old techniques and adopting of new and modern techniques. With the aim of providing the efficiency of the employees, it is nothing but outcome of the complete change in the attitude. Because whatever the scientific approach we are using, it is discard always the traditional method because scientific approach is always innovative. They always launch the new ideas. Requires strict observance of the rules. Requires strict observance of the rules. The scientific management require very strict observance of the rules because the rules are formed only after due analysis and there is very little chance of the error unless the rules are followed strictly, and scientific tinge given to the management may fade away, making no different from the traditional management. So, whatever the principles are to be framed by the scientific management, that should be completely applicable, because it will not be applicable, it will not be analyzed. Then what happen in that case? We have to follow the rules of the traditional management that we are doing. But scientific approach is the innovative in itself, as well as it is a systematic approach. So there should be, whenever you are just putting and implementing the scientific approach, it should be observed very strictly that whatever the rules we have framed according to the scientific management are going to be used in your organization, and improves the efficiency of the work. As you know, we have discussed so many techniques in the classroom, that method studies, their time studies, speed study, fatigue study, so many study has been done, and use of stopwatch is their concept of mental revelation is to be taken into the consideration. All these things are always helpful to improve the efficiency of the worker. So it is all about the principle, nature, and significance of journal principles given by Henry Fayol, and scientific principles that is given by F.W. Taylor. So this is all about the nature and the significance that we have done here today. Previously, we have done all the principles, techniques we have done, the difference between Taylor and Fayol we have done. So our unit has been completed today, and you have to revise this complete unit and prepare the notes and complete your notes. You are preparing the notes as the chapter unit is going on for last 8 days. I hope everybody is prepared, and today also you prepare the notes of these topics that we have done today and complete the unit. Thank you. Have a nice day.